All right. Hello, hello, hello. The Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 17, episode 13. Ooh, my glasses. Kilts, chaos, and read. So I need to put my glasses on to read the dang word. And for some reason, it just got small and blurry. But listen, I'm not blind though. And the light, the sun went away. So hold on. Okay. So this episode we are going to Scotland. I totally forgot this is going to be the girls trip, or the season trip, as we would call it, to Scotland. And this is Phaedra's trip. It's her birthday, and remember she was on Traders or whatever. See, and that's kind of just what I want to peep at for a quick little hot second, because everybody be thinking that, oh my God, Phaedra was so good on Traders. She was so good. Oh my God, did you see her? I synced her. I watched it. I watched every single episode of Traders since the first season, okay? When Sari won, okay? From Survivor. But anywho, Phaedra get on here and listen. Only thing she did good was be a trader for a long time and not get caught. She had no gameplay. She wasn't putting up nobody names. Every time somebody asked her a question, she did the same thing she does on Housewives. Child, I don't know. Faces. That's it. And expressions. Old boy who called her out because he knew that she was a traitor and ended up voting him out. I forget his name. But The Bachelor. Was it The Bachelor? Yeah. That whole kiss your ass for a rose thing, that was the only good read that she had. So I don't know, what I'm saying? I do know she got like a lot of, kind of fans. And, they just go up for whatever. But me, and I be watching her, I be paying attention. And I be like, she did not do nothing. She did not do nothing. That's all I got to say on that. And Portia, she only lasted, I think, one episode, so she definitely didn't do nothing. And it's okay because she didn't have no time. And people was just, for some reason, was that when Bob, the drag queen, and them was on there? Was that Bob? And he voted them off? Or no, Bob was on the other one. But either way, listen. Or whoever was on there. I forget which drag queen was voting them all off. But anyway, yeah, Portia didn't last but only one episode. Poor thing. So it's all right. But anywho, we arrive at this big old castle in Scotland, and it is very, very nice. It's not the actual trader's house, of course, but great bagpipes, and they way out in the countryside. So but they're gonna have a good old time. This is just up Phaedra's alley, to be honest. Mr. Scott, man, was kind of cute. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if I ever seen him on TikTok, so I'm gonna have to look him up, okay? And listen, don't nobody be trying to rag on my little armpit hair if you see it, okay? I happen to be one of them girls. It's your strength, okay? Ask your grandmammy about it. But yes, I do shave when I'm out in the public world, though, okay? But I'm in the house, so shh. Now listen. This little first back and forth that we got going on in the house that we just literally got here, okay? So, Phaedra and Portia's gonna go with Mr. Scott, man, and they're gonna look for all the rooms to put all the girls in, because I guess they didn't make the decision yet first, ahead of time. So while they're doing that, everybody else is downstairs with the refreshments, just, talking, catching up, or whatever. So, we find out that Shamia is going to have a part in Pinky's movie. Okay. And then Kelly tells everybody that Phaedra is her lawyer now. Okay. So this conversation moves on then into I guess how, Drew takes up for Angela and things like that. Because, in the friend group and, because they are real close and stuff like that, whatever. And from this conversation, we move into a back and forth between Shamia and Angela. And the main thing about this was Shamia saying that, well, you be asking about me, basically. Like, I do work in the NBA area. I do work in the football area. I'm in the sports area. Everybody know that I be, doing, she do the commentary. She do the sidelines. She a cheerleader, former cheerleader, so she do all the things. So she do know a lot of players and people who work there. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So has she dated some of them or not? I mean, sure. I mean, right? Sure, whatever. I'm sure we I'm sure nobody will say that nah she didn't. Like, I mean, we could say we never seen her or nothing like that, but I mean, it's just like it just whatever, right? But anywho, that's not important. But what's important is we're trying to figure out, why are you talking about me, and why are you asking about me, and why are you doing investigations about me? Because that's all it's all you're doing. That's all you want to do. You want to look up dirt. You want to this and that. You want to go and find information about people. So Angela, like, no, I'm not trying to do that. I be basically in the same places that you be in, so I kind of know the same people that you know. And if I happen to ask a couple questions about some people about you, that's all it was. It wasn't nothing, no investigations, nothing like that. So Shami is basically trying to figure out, like, well, dang, what is it? What do you want from me, basically? And as we get further into this conversation, see, it's always something, because Kelly brings up, well, I had your back, Angela, when, because I'm kind of rewinding. I'm gonna rewind just a little bit. When we went to that party, you came to my little cooking party or something that they had, and that messy sissy was in there talking about some, Charles is cheating on us or whatever, your husband cheating on us type thing, okay? When that happened, I kicked him out because I didn't want him to ruin the party, and I didn't want y'all to be all upset and stuff like that. Charles was there. We didn't know what he was going to do, right? Okay. But I had to question, was this a setup or not? Because where did this person just pop up out the blue from? Like, it was just weird, which I think we ended up trying to blame it on Phaedra. That's where Angela blamed it on Phaedra. But it was really weird, like, out the blue. Like, who is you and who sent you type of situation. So fast forward, kind of a similar situation happens when it comes to now I'm forgetting what was the next party, and somebody else showed up. I don't even know if that was the other, if it was the same guy or not. But either way, fast forward to the basketball scene. Friends in common, they mention this man George. He just so happens to be neighbors with Angela, so she know him. Everybody know him. He in the basketball world. Well, Angela just saying, well, I asked him, can I talk about you? Which, this is the thing, like, why do you need to talk about me? Like, that's just, it's pretty much all Shamia just trying to say. Like, okay, well, even still, why do you keep asking about me? Why you keep saying my name? Why is me all up in you? Like, it shouldn't even be there. Like, no, stop asking about me. Stop talking about me. Just leave me alone. But you keep digging and you keep poking. So she's like, well, George is just my neighbor. And I asked him, can I talk about you? I guess just for, I don't know, just to be nice purposes, just a heads up, like, and just in case there's other people around that maybe she probably shouldn't say things around, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's how Angela tries to work. Like, I'm gonna get some dirt, but let me do it on the low without everybody around, so that it's nobody could say that she said who or nothing like that. Okay, but she could be the one to say who told her. Okay, so I see how she kind of do this, and from here, this was like, okay, so now we're using this dude who is not even on the dang show, and they probably showed him maybe once or twice. I can't even remember. I tried to see, they flashed his picture, and I'm like, was he at one of these fundraisers or something? I can't remember. Did Candy have him at a party? Something like that. But either way, you can't be getting dirt trying to go through this dude. I don't know. It's a petty little conversation. Yeah, that petty conversation, it just went nowhere except for because she tried to accuse Shamia of sleeping with George, and I'm like, sure, I guess. If that's what you want to say, if that's what you believe, Angela, then go ahead. And everybody at the table is kind of like, okay, whatever, take it or leave it, because, okay. Just because he said she was so fine, I had to pay her or something, and he donated some money to some charity or something like that. But either way, Angela, you gotta be, all your evidence don't necessarily land all the time. You need real facts. Your facts don't be facting. And we just kind of move on a little bit from that. We go into this whole thing about how if Shamia is not good, then that means half the group ain't good. And I just noticed it while Cynthia was saying this. The table is divided exactly like the two groups is. You know, Cynthia's side with Portia, Phaedra, Angela, who the other girl, and then on the other side, and Drew was on that side. The other side, we got Kelly, Shamia, Pinky, and K Michelle. So it's kind of like, you guys need to. It's like when she off, then all of y'all off. And of course, Kelly and them was like, no, we is not. We all different people, so don't kind of put that on us. But if you think, then Shamia like, well, dang, Cynthia, I thought you were supposed to be the group gatherer here, kumbaya girl. But if you think it's me that's rocking the boat, or that's thank you, but it's not me. That's just y'all. Or actually, it'll really be Portia, because if my energy, y'all, is shifting off on Portia, which is on y'all side, and that's what got y'all feeling uncomfortable, because y'all don't know what she want to do or what she about to say when it comes to me. So, see, this is what I was talking about with Angela and her facts don't be facting, because see, Shamia don't went around and found one of her, I guess, mutual friends named Ashley, just to ask her, like, well, Angela just said that I was sleeping with George, and she said you the one that told her. So the girl texted her saying, no, I ain't say that, Angela lying, this and this and that. So Angela hear the whole debacle, and she like, girl, be trying to talk behind my back, come and say it to my face, come say it to my face, blah, 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 blah. So Shamia kicking her out her room, like, whatever, you the one that's lying, whoop de whoop, the whole back and forth. So then Angela like, well, let me call Ashley. So she called the girl and put her on speakerphone. See, that's what you gotta do. We put people on the speakerphone, okay? Ashley like, yeah, Shamia said that you said that I said that she was sleeping with George. And she like, no, I didn't say that you said that. But if whatever was implied, okay, then maybe she confused it, and then she thought that I meant that you the one that said it, but I ain't say that you said it, okay? And Ashley was like, yeah, because the only thing I said was that you was just trying to get all the information on her, and that was it. You was just trying to ask all this stuff. And mind you, while she said this, because I said, see, boom, there it go. Portia and Phaedra sit right there, and Portia did the nut to Phaedra like, but you hear this? And Angela obviously know that she got caught, so now she's like, okay, Ashley, well, I just wanted to, try to get everything straight and get ahead of everything, but thank you, bye-bye, click, boop, to try to get her off the phone real quick before she said any more damaging things, because right there, we already caught you in a lie. And yeah, Portia like, yeah, we're not gonna, but she's been doing this the whole time anyway, because as much as y'all don't like Shamia and what y'all doing to her, that's not none of my business. We already got our own thing going on ourselves. So I'm not going to react to any of this foolishness or bull or allegations to say or not say if they're true or not true. Okay? But I got you. I see it. We saw it. Angela, you got to be more... Yeah. Your facts got to be facts. You got to be real, got to be true. And don't put people on speakerphone. All right, so we make it to the restaurant, and the ladies are arriving like a little bit separately because we took separate cars, okay? So each car on the way to the restaurant is discussing Angela and how she was at that table lying, because they're like, dang, I don't know why Angela would be sitting here accusing Shamia of sleeping with all these people like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a lot. And it's just, if you don't really got proof, then, that's damaging information, right? Especially because she's married and all this type of stuff. So we don't know. Gerald could flip out or something, like, things like that. You don't know. But we get to the restaurant. The first one to arrive is Shamia, K Michelle, and Pinky. They all rode in the same car. And Shamia brings up that, hey, Pinky, it is one thing I gotta mention to you is I'm a little upset that you brought up me and K Michelle in front of everybody while I was already kind of getting beat up. Like, that was not the time to even say nothing like that, especially when me and K Michelle really ain't got nothing, no beef going, between us. So that was just a little unnecessary. So I didn't really appreciate that. So, not too much on it, but just letting her know that she didn't like that. And K Michelle was just telling her, well, I did speak to her about it because for her, if that was like kind of like a serious thing, like you came up to me like crying and stuff, like, oh my God, I like being your friend, but my other friends in them, they be telling me, they don't want me to hang out with you, and it's just causing problems. I'm like the middleman, and but I really love you and all this, K. I appreciate you, stuff like that. So for her, it's like, well, dang, I, like I didn't know it was this deep, but I don't need her to be, basically pushing, pinning me against you and your other friends, or not wanting to hang out with me because of them, or only hanging out with me just because you on the show in the group. Like, let's be for real. So, because you gotta, you always gotta align yourself with somebody to be on the show, but don't be using me in that way. You already got Kelly, and hey, now you got Pinky, but I stand alone, right? So of course, Shamia takes that and says, okay, well, that was me, because it was her. Like, you the one that put this on her, so let me take accountability for that, and I apologize, right? Cool. So now the other ladies are starting to arrive. All right, so we're all getting served dinner and things like that, and for some reason we get to talking about girls and lesbian. Who all a lesbian? Well, who all done tried it? Drew admitted that her and Ralph did the threesome things. Kelly admitted that her and her husband did the threesome thing. Um, Cynthia said she kissed somebody once or something like that. Of course, Portia with her girl Sway, they doing the thing. So now she's trying to rethink if, do I want to be married with this person, or do I just want to enjoy and then eventually still marry a man? Pinky admitted that, hey, I actually had a whole relationship with a girl, 3 years. Yep. And, if I might go back, you never know. But right now she married to her boo, so fine. Okay, Michelle, we already know she did her thing back in the day. She had something going on with a wannabe actor / hairdresser or something like that, or her hairdresser ended up sleeping with her or something like that. Either way, she had her fun. Who else was next? And I think that was pretty much it. So and this was a good little kind of conversation, because Kelly and Drew, they started to realize, well, maybe their little threesomes with their husbands could have been or played into the fact that they ended up getting a divorce. Like, not the catalyst, but played a part. Okay, because you bring somebody else in, so now you open the door for him to just be doing some things, and that's kind of what they did, right? Okay. So in this conversation, well, since we own girl and own girl action, Shamia, didn't you kiss Candy? Now listen, Candy ain't even here, and I know she said at home, like, girl, why am I in it again? Okay, this is the second or third time that y'all keep bringing up people, and bringing me up by not saying my name, because you still insinuating me. Okay, so she said twice. Didn't Portia say that you kissed Candy? Shamia, didn't Portia say that you kissed the Candy? And they like, what? Portia like, for real? I mean, we was just having a good old time. Now you want to start some mess like this? And she said, well, I mean, I'm sorry, I was just asking. Yeah. Who told you to ask that question, huh? But she said, no, we did not. Whatever. But we can ask Candy and she'll let us know. But no, she said, no, I did not. Okay. And so this rolls into a whole new conversation. Okay, we actually took a turn, a left at the light, and Angela say, "Hey, Shamia, did you approach my daughter at a game?" And Shamia was like, "Huh?" And she's like, "Yeah, did you approach my daughter at a game?" And she like, "I mean, I said hi to her. I think I met her or something, but yeah. So you approached her, so now that's bothering me." And we like, for real, see, listen, didn't Portia just say, listen, we were just having a good old time. Now here you go. And actually, before she actually brought that up, Pinky was speaking to just say that, well, I did ride in the car with Drew and Angela, and we was talking about the girls group and things like that. And when she's saying this, she was just saying like, well, and I feel like it's just a little disconnect in the group by way of how we communicate. I think it's our communication is really, really off. And because that conversation had to do with Shamia. And so with this, Angela was kind of ruffling in her seat a little bit because I feel like she thought that Pinky was about to say something that she wasn't supposed to say. So basically, we bust Angela all up in her lies because we go straight into the whole thing. You tried to talk to my daughter, this and this and that. Well, I didn't think that was cool. That was overstepping boundaries, speaking on my child. And mind you, her daughter is grown. She 20 something. So, okay. And yes, she ain't here to talk about, to take her side and all that stuff. So we can leave that a whole, not talk about kids part to the left, unless, little Angie want to come through and, start her little mess on the show herself. But, she ain't part of this, so go and be over there. They going through this whole back and forth because, yeah, you trying to, I talked to Ashley. Ashley, by the way, is George's wife. I thought it was just a friend in between, but no, it's actually George's wife. So Shamia had Pinky read the whole text messages, word for word, so that everybody can hear what was going on. To hear that, to see Angela, you lying. Angela trying to just say, well, I mean, she did tell her about the phone conversation. And Portia and Phaedra just sat back and baby, was quiet. This is her. Let her explain and see if she's gonna say the truth or not. But and she basically said, yeah, I told her that I'm the one that said that you were sleeping with George because he said that he paid you. So I'm putting two and two together. Him paying you means that he slept with you or whatever. So everybody is at the table is like, okay, Angela, no, sorry, no. As much as your reads do be good, girl. All your little back and forth was good all the way up to this point. Her and Shamia going back and forth. She hitting her with all the, you look like an angry bird and you this and this and that. And nothing was landing because it was all the whole lie of it all. It takes away from the read. So it was just like, girl, this ain't going nowhere. So, and since we knew it wasn't going nowhere, Portia just spoke up and said, okay, guys, let's just put the pin in this conversation right now. And let's just enjoy the rest of this dinner that we got going on. And we can talk about this later because we got other stuff to do. Okay, we do. This is the first night. We got a couple more days. Okay, so let's get through this. Okay, so we end the episode on a, I guess, somber-ish, happy note a little bit because while the girls is getting ready for bed, we got, I think it was Portia, Phaedra, Cynthia, Drew all up in the room. And they looking at their phone and they see that Kelly's ex-husband has filed a lawsuit against Bravo for $200 million. And they like, bitch, what the fuck is this? Like, he know he ain't about to get nothing, which he surely ain't. $200 million? Are you insane? I'm sorry. It is very, very laughable. But I mean, listen, I would try it too, I guess. But either way, Kelly ends up coming in the room. And they're like, yeah, we all see it on the blogs, we sorry, we see you going through things and we support you. And, she breaks it down like, oh my God, y'all just don't understand. Like, just be going through it. And I be telling y'all, I ain't got time when to be giving y'all all this energy and this rah, rah, rah. Because, girl, I got, the businesses, I got the divorce and all this stuff. It's just a lot. And the kids, and this and this and that. And all the girls is basically like, well, we're here to support you. We got you. Because literally, she's sitting next to, this is the room of all divorcees. Technically, because in the other room, Pinky married, Angela married, Shamia married, and K. Bashir was married. So yeah, this the room of all divorcees. Phaedra been through it once, so she like, I got your back. I'm your lawyer, so I'm gonna give you all the advice you need. Portia just finished with her divorce, so she like, yeah, I'm freshly through it, so I got you. You know what I'm saying? Got your back. Cynthia, she got 2 under her belt, so she like, yeah, listen, I'm auntie, and I got all the information you need. I got your back. And then Drew, she actually is not divorced just yet on the show. That is, it was finalized, I think, once the show started or right before the show had started back. Yeah, before the show had started. Yeah, so she, getting all emotional herself, like, yeah, this is crazy because I don't even know what's going to happen to me, which we do know what happens. And yeah, like, am I going to lose my house or not? And we know she lost or whatever, that whole thing. Like, it was just a lot. So yeah, and they're just all doing a little kumbaya support, love you, sisterhood, sisterly. And yeah, and that's how we gonna end this episode, and we'll get to the next one. That's what I'm like, what's up? After all that mess with Shamia and Angela, like, for real, Angela, I can't believe you. This episode was like, like, you was up here the whole time, and it just brought you down. Like, your PSR dropped like 3 points, 3.5 points, okay? And if you know what I'm talking about. But thanks for watching. I know it was a little chatty because I was, smoking that weed. But anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.